artists. No one has blended the sounds of rock, pop, funk, R&B, soul, folk as effortlessly, as prolifically, and as successfully as this guy. He is a true groundbreaker that has sold over 100 million albums worldwide. Check it out. His name is Prince. And you even mentioned this is real music by real musicians, which is a often quoted line by you now. Pertaining to the state of music today, that comment?
Well, I think everybody knows, the audience even at this point, that a lot of the music that comes out now is prepackaged pop, and it's made with computers, and it's real evident when people play live that there's some trouble going on. So, what we're trying to do is just, it's no disrespect to them, but at the same time, I think that kids need to hear live music so that they know what it's really about, and then hopefully they'll pick up an instrument and keep this thing going.
Getting back to seeing you and being into the music and being passionate, most people as they get older, I think passion is diminished. Been there, done that, whatever. There's no slowing down for you, and it's very obvious.
Well, every day I think of as a new beginning, and I've been blessed enough to have some of the most incredible musicians in the world in each of my bands, and this one is no different. And it's an amazing thing to be able to go on stage with people like Candy Delfer and John Blackwell and Rhonda Smith, people like that, Maceo Parker, and to know that you get to listen to them every night. So I'm waking up, I can't wait to get to the gig. So hurry up with your questions so I can...
Let's go back a little bit, 93.
Let's not. Okay. Let's say right here.
Not in a way that you're thinking, but you started talking about the industry in a way that you were the first, I think, to talk about the way artists were treated and to reclaim sort of the art by the artist. Since then, around the late 90s, we saw the establishment of the Artist Coalition, for instance, all this dialogue taking place. Did you feel you were alone back then? And did you feel you had something to do with this dialogue taking place now amongst these artists?
Well, actually, when I would sit down with artists just hanging out, chilling, not doing anything in particular, we would talk about the trials and tribulations of the industry all the time. And we would talk about ways that we could change things if we had our way. Unfortunately, all of us were signed to these really restrictive agreements where you can't get out of them until you deliver X amount of product. And that product would actually belong to the corporation that you're recording for. Now, the reason why it became such a big deal back then is ever since my third album, I wasn't really taking large advances from the recording companies. I was recording the albums myself in my own studio. So the way I looked at it, I owned the work because I paid for it. And I did all the work, I created it, so I felt like it should belong to me. That said, the companies felt otherwise, and they would always hold this contract up and say, well, you signed it. And I say, well, I understand that. It's not like I want to leave. I just want to, talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change, because if they changed, they wouldn't really exist. And that's kind of the situation we're in right today. They're not going to exist much longer.
Yeah, I've heard it said, the mold, the record company mold as we know it in 5 to 10 years, A, is going to cease to exist, or B, is going to be drastically different. And the internet is going to have a lot to do with that. And you're there now with what you're doing.
Well,
the
kids,
MPG Music Club.
Yeah, kids today, I mean, they're so talented and sophisticated. I mean, they can create their albums on laptops. They can do the artwork themselves. They can deliver it through the internet. They can be their own distribution service. I mean, what do we really need record companies for? I mean, really.
I'd have one or two friends out of a job. Hopefully, they'll find something else to do.
Yeah, that's all.
Because you have friends in the industry as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to talk to them. It's not like we're against them or anything like that. The idea is that we find better ways of working with one another. It shouldn't be a situation where they own the album or the work. We're talking about intellectual copyrights. They'll probably edit all this out. But I'm going to say it anyways. That said, if we can work together, then it's going to be you know, everybody will kind of move into a situation where they do what it is that they're qualified to do. If they're going to be indeed a delivery service, then that's fine. But even FedEx doesn't say that they own the thing that they ship, you know, right? We're going to make a copy, and we're going to keep this here, and then we'll make a copy and give to everybody else.
You know, I'm a longtime fan. It's just a pleasure to talk to you. You talked earlier about being inspiring people to pick up an instrument. I think you were talking about children. Well, I'm one of those kids who just recently bought her first acoustic guitar. Have no idea how to play it yet. That will change. I just wondered, with this tour, since it's a Schools In theme, are you wanting people to come away with an inspiration to maybe pick up an instrument, or are you happy with people coming away just being inspired and have a new appreciation for real music?
Both. You know, one thing I think is very important, that if kids don't learn the craft of songwriting and playing real instruments and making real music, then we're going to lose this art form, and it's just going to be, you know, technology based, and I don't know that there's much heart in that. So I'm proud of you for picking that instrument up, definitely.
So far, every show has gotten rave reviews, and I'm wondering, have you ever had a bad show on this tour? Or has anyone even noticed that maybe you've had a bad show?
It's a good question. One of the things that we pride ourselves in is, again, learning how to arrange music, learning how to make the songs strong, segueing them all together, keeping the show like popping, and if you do have a bad show, like my voice is a little raggedy because it's so many shows back to back, but it doesn't matter because the band's so tight and they're a well-oiled machine at this point. So that's why it's so important to learn the music and not rely on the computers, you know, because you got people now, if they forget their dats at the airport, that's a wrap. Straight out. So it's like, you got to be able to do it, you know. I mean, and look at those drums. I mean, look, it's just beautiful.
The word visionary has come up a lot. You might downplay it, but when you hear the word visionary, what do you think of? And do you think, does it apply to you?
Well, ultimately, I think it applies to all of us. If you ask anybody in this room, if they had their way, how they would reshape their life and the world, they could give you a wonderful scenario. So the idea is to just try to live that, and that's what I try to do.